Byron, get on your feet, because here comes the commissioner of Monday nights.
All right, I'm standing.
The following contest is a triple threat match. Making her way to the ring from Greenwich, Connecticut, Stephanie McMahon.
I am so proud to call Stephanie McMahon my boss. She embodies everything a great leader should be. Grace, poise, dignity. And she's about to show the WWE Universe she can handle her business in the ring as well.
Some would say that perhaps her attitude leaves a little bit to be desired.
Well, then some better find their way to the unemployment line.
Well, not me, I'm just saying.
Byron, what should we expect here tonight in this triple threat match?
When it comes to triple threats, Michael, you really have to expect the unexpected. Adding that third superstar to the fray really does add a level of intrigue that just can't be found in a traditional one-on-one match.
Byron, time to put your hair up and square up. Well, you don't have any hair. Well, you get the point.
And from Chemung, New Jersey, Sonya Deville.
Every time you see Sonya Deville step in the ring, she improves a little bit more. She's a little bit faster, a little bit tougher. The sky is the limit for this lady. Sonya Deville, such a force in the women's division. From Tough Enough in 2015 to NXT in 2017. What a name she's beginning to make for herself.
Look for the one-time billion-dollar princess and women's champion to make quick work of her opponents tonight.
Well, we're looking at three of WWE's best going at it head-to-head in what promises to be an amazing match.
And then...
Slam. Look at this. Boom. Nice. Oh, what a clothesline.
forcefully delivered.
These competitors are walking on dangerous ground right now.
Scoop slam. What a strike. And now it's Bayley on her heels.
Got to be careful this doesn't turn into a 2-on-1 assault.
Yeah, but I wouldn't count her out yet. Any one of these three women can win this match.
It's been quite the back-and-forth battle for these women, guys, and I'm willing to bet that's the way it's going to be the rest of the way.
A shining wizard will rearrange your face.
Scoop slam. She's starting to feel it. She doesn't want this lack of momentum to snowball.
Not surprising, Cole. When you're in the ring with two of the best women on the roster, you're going to take a few lumps. That's just the way it is.
It's been an amazing match up to this point, guys, and from where I sit, any one of these women can win this thing.
She dodges that one. Boom, what impact.
A long way down.
Corey, we know Bayley can be a threat in the women's division, but her game isn't without its flaws. How should her opponent expose those?
We've seen Bayley lack killer instinct. She won't go where other women often will. Take her to a place where she's uncomfortable, a place where her only chance to win would require ruthlessness, and watch her indecision destroy her.
That smart observation Corey made about Bayley's lack of a killer instinct has cost her in the past. Bayley is a sympathetic competitor, and that usually doesn't bode well in WWE. Big move coming. Wait for it. She's got more fight in her.
Beautiful technique.
I think this is the beginning of the end, Michael.
Oh, yes, and she's feeling it now, guys. I think she's trying to prove a point here.
And Sonya Deville says, not this time.
With an endearing personality and affectionate demeanor, Bayley can appear to be a pushover, but that might be exactly what she wants you to think.
Well, both sides of that coin are true. I would be very accepting of a Bayley hug outside of competition, but I would do all I can. Bayley in full control here. Oh, nice suplex. This one is over.
Picking up Byron's wishful thinking of actually getting a hug from Bayley. It's true that in the confines of a match, Bayley's loving hug soon turns into a devastating Bayley to belly.
I'm usually against Bayley's hugs, and that's all. I just don't like them. I don't care if I was in the ring or out of the ring. I just avoid them at all costs.
Look at her go. I spoke with Bayley earlier tonight, and she told me she's not embarrassed or ashamed of the love and passion she had for WWE growing up. She's proud to look back at her poems and essays that convey her desires to be a superstar.
What a stomp!
Good grief.
Oh, nasty impact.
With what Byron said about Bayley's childhood essays in mind, it's safe to say that Bayley, just like the average fan of the crowd, her super fandom is what makes her relatable to everyone in the hugger section.
Yeah, it may be true, but my sources in the San Jose School District tell me she got all F's on those essays. Bayley's case of arrested development needs to end if she ever wants to be taken seriously as a WWE superstar.
In a powerful takedown.
She might not know where she is right now.
Close quarters. Oh, a knee right to the face.
That knee is a lethal weapon.
Shining Wizard!
Dominating shoulder tackle.
Setting him up.
Harsh impact.
The crowd clearly divided for this triple threat match. There doesn't seem to be a runaway favorite in this one.
Oh man, she's rolling now. And Bayley evades that one. And Sonya Deville says, not this time. And Sonya Deville says, not this time.
Gets out of the way of that one. What grace! Float over into the DDT!
Spiked him.
This might be it! Oh my! When she gets in attack mode, look out! You gotta believe this one's over. Ooh, what impact. She's calling for it.
One more shot and she's done.
Belly to belly.
That's how you put an exclamation point on a match.
And an easy kick out from Sonya Deville.
Somehow she's still in this matchup. It's unbelievable. Oh, here it comes! Belly to belly!
Bayley can end it here.
2! I wouldn't have been surprised if that was it. Wow.
She kicked out there, but I don't know how much more she can take. Some people might not agree, but I think sometimes Bayley can be a bit too much.
When Bayley finally made it to her first WrestleMania in Orlando, her reality outdid her dreams. Walking in as the Raw Whip, she reverses out of it.
And not a second too soon. Close call there.
And Sonya Deville says, not this time.
I'm told her photo galleries are responsible for a good portion of WWE's.com's huge traffic numbers last month.
Rewinding back to Bayley's WrestleMania debut, you can't...
And there's a corner exploder suplex.
That's it. That's what she needed.
But now can Bayley...
And here's a cover. True testament to grit.
And the match continues.
Nailed it. You can see the confidence just beaming from her right now.
And Sonya Deville says, not this time.
A quick reversal by Bayley. Looks like she wants to beat her inside the ring.
Oh, here it comes! Belly to belly!
That might just be the final nail in the coffin.
3! The cover, and this one's history. What a win. Guys, we have triple threat action coming up as three of WWE's top superstars are set to square off.
And Michael, I can realistically envision any one of these three competitors having their hand raised in victory here tonight.
And we're underway, guys, with this highly anticipated triple threat match.
Guys, I'm interested to see if any alliances get formed here tonight, or if it truly will be one-on-one-on-one.
Thunderous slam.
Nice leg pick. Working on the leg. Byron calf crushers in.
Cinched in, nowhere to go. The superstar always needs to be ready to be attacked by both opponents in a triple threat match. Circumstances create interesting alliances, and the numbers game can become your worst enemy in a hurry when you're competing against two other opponents. No matter how you look at it, it's a situation you don't want to be.
Uh-oh, forearm's going to cut off the wind.
It doesn't look like she's going to get her to tap here.
A competitor must be ready for the possibility that they'll fall victim to a 2-on-1 attack on a triple threat match. A great example of that was the triple threat match on SmackDown Live between AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler, and Baron Corbin. No one thought that Ziggler and Styles would work together to perform a double dive off the barricade that put Corbin through the Spanish announce table.
And that's exactly what a superstar always needs to have in the back of their mind. That at some point, their two opponents will most likely join together and take them out. It's one of many occupational hazards that come with competing in a triple threat match.
There can be so many combustible elements in a triple threat match. A superstar must keep in mind the no count-out stipulation can mean that the match is going to be fought in every possible location. All that matters is when it's time to go for a pinfall or submission, the participants have to be in the ring.
We've witnessed on a number of occasions the personal issues between competitors forcing the match to overflow into the crowd, up the ramp, or in the locker room. In a triple threat, there are no countouts and no disqualification.
Going for it all here.
She better do something fast. Byron, it's moments like Bayley winning her first WWE Women's Championship that put our jobs in perspective. To see dreams come true right in front of us gives me goosebumps.
Yeah, watching Bayley, the little girl who dragged her father to every live event and made him wait after the show so she could get autographs from every superstar, now become champion, it was an incredible culmination.
Saxton gushed over Bayley's first WWE Women's Championship win like he stole Bayley's diary or something. If that just wasn't the cutest, most heartwarming story you ever told, Saxton.
No, Corey, I'm not going to allow you to be a negative Nancy on this. Bayley told her dad she was going to stand in the ring as a champion one day, and she did just that. At 2016's Clash of Champions, it was another classic triple threat match for the Raw Women's Championship. It was Bayley versus the Boss, Sasha Banks, versus the champion, Charlotte Flair. The match started out more like a singles match between the Boss and the Queen. Bayley learned very quickly it was every woman for herself. She doesn't want to get up.
The triple threat match for the Raw Women's Championship was another example of the incredible competition between the female superstars of WWE. Charlotte was physically dominant in fighting off the challenges of Bayley and Sasha Banks. At one point, the Queen even landed a moonsault on both their opponents at the same time. But the Boss and Bayley put it all on the line and kept fighting.
There were several near pinfalls during this battle, but in the end, as it should be, the Queen exhibited her genetic superiority by fighting off both her challengers. After drilling Bayley with a boot to the face, the Queen pinned the hugger and retained her Raw Women's Championship.
Oh, look at this aggression in the corner.
Yeah, look at the look in her eyes. She's in the zone now.
And Bayley evades that one. She's thinking about it. See if she has it in her.
With a Bayley plex. What a comeback.
Absolutely punishing.
Ooh, what a jawbreaker. What is keeping Carmella even going at this point? She may not even know where she is, leaving her incredibly vulnerable here in this triple threat match. You've got to believe this one's over. The slam. The crowd clearly divided for this triple threat match. There doesn't seem to be a runaway favorite in this one. Boom, what impact! Oh, atomic drop! We're looking. Carmella wants to put this away.
I don't think this is going to do it.
Nope, she releases it.
Well, that decision may very well come back to haunt her, Cole.
Ooh-wee.
What a strike. Right on the mark.
One more time.
Uh-oh.
Bayley's looking to end it. For some reason, she lets it go.
Did you ever stop to think that she might have something else planned here?
Carmella with a nice reversal. Go behind. Breaker. Escapes trouble there. She's able to get out of the way there.
And Bayley evades that one.
And again, unbelievable.
You don't see that every day.
Wow.
That won't separate your shoulder. That'll divorce it.
If you remember, guys, Carmella's introduction to the main roster came in 2016 when she was the final pick in the WWE Brand Extension Draft.
Ooh, what impact. Carmella has super kick.
Carmella can put her away here.
Byron noted how Carmella was the final pick in the 2016 draft. I think in a lot of ways, seeing more than 50 superstars get selected before her gave Carmella a bit of a chip on her shoulder.
Yeah, it definitely motivated her, Cole. And fast forward less than 2 years later, and Carmella became SmackDown Women's Champion. Talk about a meteoric rise. The Princess of Staten Island has always been known for her unique brand of offense, but the Code of Silence takes that idea to a totally different level.
Once again, thank you for tuning into this great women's matchup.
Beautiful technique.
The Moonwalk and Bronco Buster just got Carmella warmed up by forcing her opponents to tap out from the pain caused by the horrific Code of Silence submission.
The Code of Silence sends excruciating pain through an opponent's neck and back, where it's difficult for them to move, let alone breathe properly.
Carmella is...
Oh, man, Bayley's going to need a hug after that.
Now that got those shoulders on the mat. 2! Well, that was a close call.
Have to put in a little more work than that.
Oh, man, right to the arm.
Hyperextend your elbow.
You can see the confidence just beaming from her right now.
Oh!
Harsh impact. Elbow right to the back of the neck.
Ooh, right down on the knee.
Specifically targeting the leg.
Opponent silence.
She's got it now.
Bayley really needs to dig down deep and fast. Yes! Unreal performance.
get on your feet, because here comes...
And from Staten Island, New York, the Princess of Staten Island, Carmella.
And here we go with this triple threat match.
When you have competitors on the level of these women, you just know it's going to be a great match.
Hooked up.
Inverted suplex.
What a stomp.
Good grief. It's always important to get off to a strong start in a match. It's even more important to do that in a triple threat match, given that you're going up against two opponents at the same time. Add to that the no disqualification stipulation, and there's little to no room for error. One mistake, and it can cost you a lot more than winning the match.
Can you believe this?
I love it.
Byron, you spoke about this before. A competitor must do everything they can do to start things off on the right foot in a triple threat match. One way to do that is to target one of your opponents and go after them as soon as the bell rings. You're battling two opponents at the same time, so it's hunt or be hunted.
And that's what I like, Michael. It's survival of the fittest in that ring. In a triple threat, a superstar can't waste time feeling opponents out,
looking for all the glory here. Working on the leg. Gals, Carmella may be in a bad way here.
She might want to think about taking a breather and letting the other two women go at it for a while.
Yeah, but I wouldn't count her out yet. Any one of these three women can win this match.
At this point, I think it's fair to call into question her preparation for this match. She's clearly being outclassed right now.
Elbow right to the back of the neck. Oof. Oh, what a slam that hurt.
Big collision on the splash.
Drop kick.
It hits the mark.
Drop kick with precision.
Carmella is feeling good right now, but she better find a way to finish this thing.
All measured up. Oh, nasty impact.
This might be it. Oh, my. Leg drop.
Carmella is being shown the ropes here tonight, folks. What can she do to get out of there? I can tell you that this is not how she envisioned this triple threat match going.
Well, a triple threat is a match of strategy, but I'm not so sure this is what she had in mind. She's taking quite a beating.
She's absolutely off her game right now, and if she doesn't get it together, her night's going to be over.
Oh, the old Oscar. My
favorite move.
She's on the attack and on the move. Natalya's version of the sharpshooter taught to her by her uncle, WWE Hall of Famer Bret Hitman Hart, is perfectly executed and can snap an opponent's back like a twig.
So agile.
Drop kick right on point.
Natalya's certainly learned this business from some of the best. When the Queen of Hearts takes that first step and turns over her opponent, the sharpshooter's locked in, which means it's all over for Natalya's adversary.
The sharpshooter is one of the most famous finishing maneuvers in sports entertainment. All it takes is seeing Natalya slap the submission on an opponent to see why.
Flapjack!
Face first.
It's over. Natalya is sports entertainment royalty, and this is the first third-generation female competitor in WWE history. The Queen of Hearts is also the only female to survive training in the Heart Dungeon. Carmella just barely got out of the way.
Carmella letting her opponent know how she feels.
Over Natalya's impressive career, we've seen her be the affable, gracious, and fun-loving Queen of Hearts. And we've seen her to be the merciless Queen of Black Hearts.
Natalya's been on both sides of the fence, so to speak, when it comes to following the rules, but either way, the superstar is known for her no-nonsense attitude and intensity.
Oh, look at just...
Oh, what a nasty, nasty move.
From the hallowed ground of the Heart Dungeon in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalya debuted in WWE at odds with the Bella Twins and managed the Hart Dynasty to the WWE Tag Team Championship.
Carmella with a nice reversal.
Natalya began competing in singles action and formed a dominating alliance with Beth Phoenix soon after the Queen of Hearts was part of the debut season of E's Total Divas reality show and added a red carpet correspondent to her resume.
Natalya returned to managing and led Tyson Kidd and Cesaro to WWE Tag Team Gold before reinvigorating her singles career, which included a classic match for the NXT Women's Championship against Charlotte. A driving force of the women's revolution today, Natalya's goal is to dominate the women's division.
With action like this, it's no wonder Raw has been around as long as it has. Back in from the apron.
Natalya says, not this time.
Just breaking down the opponent.
Oh, this is not good at all. The pendulum backbreak, continuing to punish them. One thing nobody could ever take away from Carmella is that she will forever be known as the first ever female to win a Money in the Bank ladder match.
She's definitely etched her name in the history books, but Michael, let's not forget that her victory didn't come without its fair share of controversy.
I think she's trying to prove a point here.
Harsh impact.
Leave it to Saxton to call Carmella's Money in the Bank victory controversial. Of course, you also failed to mention Carmella backed that win up with a second Money in the Bank.
Carmella wants to put the super kick.
I do not like Natalya's chances here, guys.
Has Carmella produced an end result?
Taking a shortcut here.
Come on, Rev, you can't let her get away with that.
2, 3. Yes, Carmella takes it. Ready for some mayhem? Ready for some havoc?
I'm not quite sure, actually.
And her opponents. First, from Lafayette, Indiana, Ruby Riott.
Ruby Riott's made it her personal mission to make life miserable for everyone born entitled, everyone handed anything.
Ruby Riott doesn't care about anybody but herself. That's the way she likes it.
And from Staten Island, New York, the Princess of Staten Island,
And we're underway with triple threat action.
I would love if we put somebody like a Pat O'Connor or George Hackenschmidt in a time machine to get their thoughts on a triple threat match like this.
Ooh, what impact.
Just rake in the face. No, that's not right. Somebody do something about that. Massive atomic drop.
Oh, nasty impact.
Some superstars who've competed in a triple threat match feel it's a good idea to have both a finishing move that brings you to a pinfall attempt on your opponent and a submission move that can make your opponent tap out. Given the chaotic and unpredictable nature of a triple threat, that sounds like a good plan to me.
Byron, before you mention the strategy some superstars have implemented for competing in a triple threat match, and that includes having a finishing maneuver to put someone away for the 1-2-3 and a submission to make them tap out. There are many superstars in WWE who can do just that, which makes them even more dangerous to opponents.
The way I look at it is you can never have enough weapons at your disposal, especially in something like a triple threat match. If a superstar can
Carmella is in position. She better do something fast.
Big time slam.
Vicious.
Outrageous athleticism on the Hurricanrana.
Shining wizard.
Right to the jaw.
Carmella may be in a bad way here.
Got to be careful this doesn't turn into a 2-on-1 assault.
Not surprising, Cole. When you're in the ring with two of the best women on the roster, you're going to take a few lumps. That's just the way it is.
She's definitely slowing down here a bit, but that doesn't mean it's the end of the road for her. Not by a long shot.
Bang! When you see Ruby Riott, you know that Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan are close by, just waiting to strike. And that is something that every competitor in the women's division must combat against.
I don't like what you're insinuating, Cole. Ruby knows that when you're dealing with privileged people, the odds are often in their favor. Logan and Morgan even the score and pay immediate dividends.
Uh-oh.
Watch out!
Oh, shoulder first.
I think the ring just shifted.
I'd like to elaborate on my point about Ruby Riott's expertise in playing the numbers game, gentlemen. The result is the Riott Squad is running roughshod over the entire women's division.
Well, we know that these unprovoked, often blindsided attacks are just going to continue, Michael. I don't know if there's anyone who can put an end to the Riott Squad's brutality and chaos.
Stephanie certainly is her father's daughter.
Running Hurricane Rana. Ruby Riott is not interested in red carpets, auditioning for Total Divas, and making personal appearances. This is a cold-hearted individual who wants to take down the entire system in sports entertainment.
You just don't appreciate an entrepreneurial spirit, Cole. Ruby Riott embodies the punk rock ethos of do-it-yourself. She'll do whatever it takes to make it to the top.
Step up, Enziguri.
Guys, touching on Ruby Riott's punk rock mentality, this is a woman whose goal is to cause a riot. The entire women's division has been on edge since the Riot Squad exploded onto the scene. No one is safe.
WWE superstars need to realize that as long as Ruby Riott's competing, they're walking on dangerous ground, Saxton. And if someone gets in her way, they're getting stepped on.
Carmella just barely got out of the way.
Will jar your spine.
Drop kick. Drop kick. Beautiful.
Carmella sees the opportunity to go high.
Look out. And she comes up short.
If you're going to leave your feet, you got to make sure you're going to land the move.
She's licking her chops.
She's not too anxious to get up.
Neck breaker. Ouch. A lot of damage taken on by Carmella. I'm not sure how this will pan out.
She might just have nothing left to give at this point.
In February of 2017, SmackDown Live was lit thanks to an epic triple threat match for the WWE Championship. Champion Bray Wyatt defended the title against former champions John Cena and AJ Styles. This battle overflowed with mayhem before the match even got underway, thanks to Luke Harper attacking his former leader, Bray Wyatt.
She's on the attack and on the move.
It's not often that the WWE Championship is incapacitated before a title defense. John Cena and AJ Styles rekindled the rivalry with a renewed enthusiasm for destroying one another. Bray Wyatt ended the match and made up for lost time as the Eater of Worlds used his body as a weapon. It was pure chaos as AJ Styles followed suit with an unbelievable array of aerial attacks on both superstars. And John Cena continued to fight back in hopes of winning a record-breaking 17th World. Ruby Riott's looking to finish.
Leg sweep. Nicely done.
For as good as Carmella is, Corey, the unfortunate truth is she's not above bending the rules a bit to gain an advantage.
I don't know what's so unfortunate about that, Cole. The goal is to win, and there are few better at finding different ways to win than Carmella. It's not her fault the officials don't know how to do their jobs.
Ooh! Right down on the knee.
Well, Corey clearly has no issue with Carmella's nefarious in-ring style, but Byron, her opponent's hoping to end it here.
Carmella letting her opponent know how she feels.
Look at this. Oh, goodness.
Jam your leg in a bad way.
And here we go now. Wow. Elbow.
Carmella is more dangerous than ever. The Princess of Staten Island is filled with a hostility we've never seen before, so if a superstar is going to go up against her, they have to strike early.
Some damage has been dished out, but certainly not enough to assume this one's even close to being over.
Beautiful technique.
Corey, before you mention that Carmella is more aggressive than ever. If an opponent... And now one more time. She's got her wrist. Oh, to the back of the neck.
Wow, she's fought her way all the way back here.
Remind me, how many times have we seen that tonight? I lost track.
Oh, to the kidneys.
Golly.
When she gets in attack mode, look out.
Locked in. It's locked in. Man, she knows how to make a comeback. That's borderline dirty, if you ask me. Ruby Riott just too quick.
Got the arm. Ooh, kick finds it. We may be looking at our winner here, guys.
It's going to be hard for Carmella to come back now.
We're looking at complete domination here.
Oh, man, that hurt the back. Spine rattling.
Carmella with a nice reversal.
Oh, right to the skull.
Massive atomic drop. Oh, man, that hurt.
There can be so many combustible elements in a triple threat match. A superstar must keep in mind the no count-out stipulation can mean that the match is going to be fought in every possible location. All that matters is when it's time to go for a pinfall or submission, the participants have to be in the ring.
Oh, my goodness, this hurts. Oh!
Carmella with a nice reversal.
We've witnessed on a number of occasions the personal issues between competitors forcing the match to overflow into the crowd, up the ramp, or in the locker room. In a triple threat, there are no countouts and no disqualifications, so it's essential for the superstar to remain composed enough to remember that the match must end in the ring.
Facts like that are not always easy to remember.
She's looking at it.
Got the arm.
Riot kick.
It does not look good for Carmella here.
It's going to be hard for Carmella to come back now. Here's the cover. 1, 2, and the shoulder gets up in time.
Very admirable performance here, but you have to wonder if she's risking permanent injury.
We've seen some unlikely alliances formed in these type of matches in the past. It'll be interesting to see if we get more of the same here tonight.
To Byron's point about Ruby Riott wanting to bring down the establishment, I need to agree with that. Ruby is controlled, calculated, and possesses an abundance of self-confidence.
All I hear is whining from you two. It's because of Ruby Riott's fantastic qualities that the Riott Squad is one cohesive unit. And the inspirational leader of the group is one of the premier competitors in WWE today.
She's in full control now. Suplex!
This doesn't look good for Carmella.
If Carmella hits, this one's up.
Nailed it. I bet you feel foolish riding her off now.
Just as ruthless as the first time we saw it.
Carmella groggy and wide open here.
Ah, come on.
By any means necessary, Cole.
2! And an air fall.
Unbelievable.
What a treat we have here with WWE Women's Superstars in action. Schoolboy, it's a schoolboy for the win! She might just be running on instinct at this point.
Woo. Look at the look in her eyes. She's in the zone now.
Carmella is feeling good right now, but she better find a way to finish this thing.
Oh, straight forearm.
We're looking at complete domination here.
Oh, man, what a leg drop.
She shows signs of life.
She's showing a lot more than that.
Now it's Ruby Riott. She's in control. Oh, She's got her. If Carmella hits this...
Man, that's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys.
Carmella doesn't know what hit her.
She goes for the cover. One.
Nice kick out there.
This doesn't look good for Carmella.
Move over, Ronaldo.
Leg drop.
Carmella is feeling good right now, but she better find a way to finish this thing.
She's in control.
One of the things I like best about Carmella, guys, is just how feisty she is. From the moment her music hits all the way through the final bell, she just has this undeniable spunk about her.
Unbelievable athleticism.
This could be the one that ends her.
Like Byron, I would say Carmella is among the most feisty superstars around today. Though there are times when that feistiness borders on being a bit on the brash side.
You can call it feistiness, you can call it brashness, call it whatever you want. The bottom line is, Mella is money.
Specifically targeting the leg. Using the elbow as a weapon.
I think she's trying to prove a point here.
Code of silence.
Now, she just needs to finish her off.
Yes, Carmella takes it. Here we go with this huge triple threat match.
What are we going to see here?
Hung up on this.
That's going to leave a mark. Oh, right to the skull.
Oh, impactful slam.
Oh, come on.
How can this be legal?
This could lead to a disqualification quick.
And a knee stop.
That'll ruin your leg.
Uh-oh. Neck breaker.
Oh.
Oh, man, by the hair.
What?
At 2016's Clash of Champions, it was another classic triple threat match for the Raw Women's Championship. It was Bayley versus the Boss, Sasha Banks, versus the champion, Charlotte Flair. The match started out more like a singles match between the Boss and the Queen. Bayley learned very quickly it was every woman for herself.
Things starting to go the other way for her.
The triple threat match for the Raw Women's Championship was another example of the incredible competition between the female superstars of WWE. Charlotte was physically dominant in fighting off the challenges of Bayley and Sasha Banks. At one point, the Queen even landed a moonsault on both their opponents at the same time. But the Boss and Bayley put it all on the line and kept fighting.
There were several near pinfalls during this battle, but in the end, as it should be, the Queen exhibited her genetic superiority by fighting off both her challengers. After drilling Bayley with a boot to the face, the Queen pinned the hugger and retained her Raw Women's Championship.
This might be it.
Oh, my.
Quick thinking to avoid that one.
You gotta believe this one's over. You can see the confidence just beaming from her right now.
It's always important to get off to a strong start in a match. It's even more important to do that in a triple threat match, given that you're going up against two opponents at the same time. Add to that the no disqualification stipulation, and there's little to no room for error. One mistake, and it can cost you a lot more than winning the match. She should stay where she is. Carmella just barely got out of the way.
Byron, you spoke about this before. A competitor must do everything they can do to start things off on the right foot in a triple threat match. The only way to do that is to target one of your opponents and go after them as soon as the bell rings. You're battling two opponents at the same time, so it's hunt or be hunted.
That's what I like, Michael. It's survival of the fittest in that ring. In a triple threat, a superstar can't waste time feeling opponents out, getting warmed up, or easing their way into the match. You have to go at it as soon as the match begins.
Oh, gosh. Move over, Ronaldo.
In February of 2017, SmackDown Live was lit thanks to an epic triple threat match for the WWE Championship. Champion Bray Wyatt defended the title against former champions John Cena and AJ Styles. This battle overflowed with mayhem before the match even got underway, thanks to Luke Harper attacking his former leader, Bray Wyatt.
It's not often that the WWE Championship is incapacitated before a title defense. John Cena and AJ Styles rekindled the rivalry with a renewed enthusiasm for destroying one another. Bray Wyatt ended the match and made up for lost time as the Eater of Worlds used his body as a weapon. It was pure chaos as AJ Styles followed suit with an unbelievable array of aerial attacks on both superstars. And John Cena continued to fight back in hopes of winning a record-breaking 17th World Championship.
All three superstars pulverized each other with every move in their respective arsenals. When it looked like another air assault was coming from AJ Styles, John Cena thwarted the attempt and then walked right into Sister Abigail from Bray Wyatt to end the conflict. In that victory, the WWE went further into the darkness that was the era of Wyatt.
Carmella is more dangerous than ever. The Princess of Staten Island is filled with a hostility we've never seen before, so if a superstar is going to go up against her, they have to strike early.
Corey, before you mention that Carmella is more aggressive than ever, if an opponent wants to have any sort of chance against the Princess, they'll need to land significant offense right from the opening bell.
I'm all for sportsmanship, but in WWE, you have to know when to fight fire with fire. To all the women in WWE, to even be able to think about victory against Carmella, you have to strike first, strike hard, and strike often. One of the things I like best about Carmella, guys, is just how feisty she is. From the moment her music hits all the way through the final bell, she just has this undeniable spunk about her.
The end may be near, folks. She's definitely starting to feel the pressure here, guys.
She's clearly out of her element here in this triple threat match. Don't be surprised if one of these women put her out of her misery very shortly.
Well, unfortunately for her, it looks like her night is going to end with a check in the loss column.
Like Byron, I would say Carmella is among the most feisty superstars around today. Though there are times when that feistiness borders on being a bit on the brash side.
You can call it feistiness, you can call it brashness, call it whatever you want. The bottom line is, Mella is money.
What a strike. Boom, what impact.
She is on fire.
And again, unbelievable.
You don't see that every day.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh, what a jawbreaker. Carmella wants everyone to know that she's in charge.
She's in full control now.
This doesn't look good for Carmella.
Oh, nasty impact.
Harsh impact.
Reverses that one.
Oh, man, what a leg drop.
Oh, right to my gut.
Carmella letting her opponent know how she feels.
Looking at it here.
Wow, she's fought her way all the way back here.
There are no allies in matches of this nature, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a temporary union and a little two-on-one battle taking place.
She's able to get out of the way there.
She's on the attack and on the move.
Locked in. It's locked in. This one's over, guys.
For some reason, she lets it go.
Did you ever stop to think that she might have something else planned here?
Carmella has
Man.
Carmella can put her away here.
The cover. 1, 2.
How did she kick out?
How did he do that?
Big time atomic drop.
That'll have you walking funny.
She might have it.
Ooh, neck breaker.
It does not look good for Carmella here.
There's a pin now. 1, 2. Dug down deep and gets the shoulder up. Wow.
The Princess of Staten Island has always been known for her unique brand of offense, but the code of silence takes that idea to a totally different level.
Big reversal for her there. She goes for the cover. Carmella pops the shoulder up.
How in the world?
Oh, guys, there's the mat slam.
With some attitude.
The moonwalk and Bronco Buster just got Carmella warmed up by forcing her opponents to tap out from the pain caused by the horrific code of silence submission.
The code of silence sends excruciating pain through an opponent's neck and back, where it's difficult for them to move, let alone breathe properly. The superstar should do the smart thing and submit before a serious injury occurs.
When she gets in attack mode, look out.
One more time.
Uh-oh.
Tornado DDT. She's looking at it. You can't walk after that attack to the back.
That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys.
The resolve this woman is showing right now is absolutely unreal.
Wow, Carmella somehow digs deep and finds a way to keep fighting. She's a beast.
I'll break your crown.
Carmella with a nice reversal.
The superstar always needs to be ready to be attacked by both opponents in a triple threat match.
She goes for the cover.
Look at her go.
Code of silence.
Carmella can put her away here. Has Carmella produced an end result?
A competitor must be ready for the possibility that they'll fall victim to a 2-on-1 attack on a triple threat match.
There's your winner, ladies and gentlemen.